there. This is a bit of an unscheduled pit stop at the Dave's Song Factory this Thursday. It's the reason being that I'm going to go and see a group later tonight, and it's a group called Big Horizon, Jeff Lynne's backing group, and they're playing at a local place, and so I've recorded this. I'm doing this. Sorry. The Dave Song Factory for you guys this Thursday. So let's just see. Yeah, on Sunday, sorry, we're at the Kitchen Garden Cafe in Kings Heath, Birmingham, and there's some tickets still available. The tickets are going really good. And those of you who saw the opening shot there, you probably saw there's a set list in the picture that's behind the countdown. Yeah. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but that was a set list to a gig we did back in 2023. The set list for this Sunday's this one here, and looks the same, doesn't it, really? But it isn't. It's we've got some new songs on there, some good stuff, because we've got Louis Clark Jr. I had to think. Louis Clark Jr. is with us on keyboards. He's actually playing the actual Wurlitzer keyboard that used to belong to Richard Tandy. Richard Tandy made a present of it to his dad, and Lou's dad, of course, was the arranger for all ELO's hit works, all that good stuff, New World Record, Out of the Blue, and subsequent stuff that they did. Discovery, Secret Messages, and all that. So anyway, he's Lou Clark Jr. is playing with us at the Kitchen Garden Cafe. He's made a tremendous difference to the musical, the punch of it, and the vibe of it. It's really good. We're really looking forward to playing on Sunday, and so come along if you can. Anyway, here's a song that we won't be doing Sunday because it's loud music Sunday, but tonight it's quiet music. Well, quieter. Well, Delilah came on the phone and said, "Boy, do you want to take me home?" And Samson, he said, "Babe, you know I do. But there's things to be worked out. There's my ma who is without, and she must be informed that we are too." Well, Delilah says, "I have no grouse, and besides, I've seen your house, and I like it. It is all my due respect. But to me you now must come. What's to do must now be done together, so as to get the best effect." Well, Samson, he said, "Bye," and then looked me in the eye and said, "Friend, I'm in need of counselling." And I said, "Oh, Sam, you must not go." And he said, "But friend, how do you know?" And I said, "I was on the extension listening in." He said, "Ah, yes, that is so, but your advice I must forgo. For my love, she will not wait forevermore." What did he do then? I forgot. "My love, she will not wait forevermore." And then with a parting glance, he shook hands, said thanks, "God bless you, friend," walked out of the door. Many months were then to pass before I was led to ask of a weary warrior from the south, what news of battles won, of kings and queens undone, what secrets do you keep within your mouth? He said, "It is not well, for many gods have fell, and many more are waiting yet to fall. And the sun will not long set before Elijah himself has met that most feared mortal of them all. For the one of whom I speak is now a prisoner to the weak, as we are all prisoners to fate. And Queen Delilah has decreed she cannot intercede in matters preferential to the state. Well, I was sore afraid, for the soldier had portrayed a vision of my one and only friend. And so I made all haste unto the city gates, thereby to put my torment at an end. Once inside the city walls and in the royal halls, I gazed upon the scene with disbelief. For there in that princely castle sat a rogue and a rascal, a vagabond, a liar and a thief. And I looked at each in turn, bade them all confirm that Samson of Judea dwelt within. And they answered with a laugh and bid me follow aft to the arena where the show would soon begin. Where the arena it was bubbling, all the senators were juggling for a seat that would lend pleasure to their view. Then a mighty horn was sounded, and all outbound flights were grounded, as Delilah made her entrance dressed in blue. She cast aside her robes, and the multitude arose, enraptured by the beauty of her skin. And they spent themselves a-grinning till Delilah she stopped spinning and said, "Let Samson from the dungeon be brought in." And I cried, "Oh Sam, what has gone wrong?" And he said, "Friend, it's a long, long story, and time is of the essence, it is true. But to cut the story short, young Delilah is a fraud, yeah, and her parents, they're both unmarried too." Then with a fearful cry, he looked blindly to the sky, bade the Lord one dying wish to grant. Then he whispered to my ear, "God speed you quickly far from here, for the coming of Jehovah is at hand." Then the sky was rent in twain, with great boulders did it rain, as I watched from off a hill in Galilee. And with tears in my eye, I bid that life bye-bye, walked away to eternity. So friends, remember this, when you're lost inside your bliss, true love can be captured but never bought. So don't count your chickens before they're hatched, because if their cock and hen ain't matched, all the pleasures of the roost will come to naught. Yeah, the Ballad of Samson and Delilah by moi. Not the real ballad of Samson Delilah, it's not the real tale, not the real biblical tale, but it's actually, that song was really started off as a sort of it's a story of mine, of me being courted and seduced by a record company many, many years ago, and they wanted my songs, they were interested in the tunes I wrote, so they gave me a record contract as well. And after I'd made a record with them, they then, after a year, when it came up for renewal, they dumped the record contract and just kept the song contract to keep all my songs. And then many years later, when I was stuck with this thing and couldn't get out of it, and I was speaking to this solicitor, attorney they're called, they're not called solicitors, this attorney in New York. And I remember saying to him, "I really want to get out this deal, you know." And he said, "Well," he said, "just sign a thing where you'll give us a third of all your songwriting royalties for the next 25 years or something like this." And no problem, he said. And I said, "No, I can't do that." He said, "Why not? Rod Stewart does." And I went, "Hey?" And I just said, "Oh, I'll see you, Marty." But I hung up. And I never did get out of it. It died. It just died a natural death. It kind of ran out of its term. Its term just expired. I forget how long it was, fauna. So that song was really about me. It's a kind of a poetic journey using a biblical metaphor to start with about me. Because it then digresses into something quite different, really. But that's where it came from. And I only mention that because this is Dave's Song Factory, and some people are interested in where the songs come from. Because songs can come from absolutely anywhere. You can dream up your weirdest stories you like. That's a weird story, isn't it? But it was based on something that happened to me, and I just set it in another frame, I put it on another grid, put it into another mashing machine, and out it come, all mashed up. Well, on the last CD that I put out, a CD called Kafka and Orwell, there was a song which is actually a historical song. It's a true historical event that I wrote about, but I did it again in my frame of reference, and so it talks about angels because that's my worldview, and so I put it into that context. But the story is absolutely true, and the man is even named Stan, except I've took a bit of a liberty there because his name is Stanislav. But here's a song from the Kafka and Orwell album about a man called Stan. It goes like this. I remember the day when the angel came, late September light, and he spoke to a man by the name of Stan on the edge of a nuclear night. He told him not to do just what the program said to do. While klaxons roared on the big war board and generals shouted too. But the angel calm took him by the arm, whispered soft and clear, don't act in haste, for what you face is not how it appears. He told him not to do just what the program said he should do. While klaxons roared on the big war board and generals, they were all shouting too. And with voices raised and eyes ablaze, the atmosphere was thick, that every man came a-pressing on Stan to push that button quick. But the angel said, no, don't be led, there's things they can't see that soon must show the facts, and so a hero you will be. Well, the minutes passed and the sweat ran fast. One thing is crystal clear, that the truth came through and Stan did too. We are all still here, and of that race through time and space to save humanity. You can check how the peace was kept in 1983. And remember the day when the angel came, late September light, and he spoke to a man by the name of Stan on the edge of a nuclear night. On the edge of a nuclear night. Yeah. Good old Stan. He saved the world one dark September night in 1983. boy, that's going back a bit. That's 41 years. Will be this September. But that's a true story. You can check that out, and I wouldn't have actually wrote that if I hadn't become aware that this had happened more than once, when people in the chain of command had gone against orders, got into big trouble. Stanislav did, and so did the other guy. But anyway, that's a bit of history put to music there, and I like that song because it came very quickly. I was going to write a book or something. I was about that thing, or an essay or something, or whatever you call an article. That's. And as I was lying thinking about it, it suddenly became a song. It started off, I don't know, it started off a bit of a poem, and then it became a song, and I thought, and it all dropped together really quickly. So I like the ones that come quickly, because it usually means that there's something to commend them, there's something urgent about them if they turn up quickly. Some don't do that, some take a lot of hard work. If you're a songwriter, some you have to work real hard at it, to tell you. Hey, listen, if you're getting value from Dave's Song Factory, then please like or share, subscribe, hit those buttons down there for me, because that really helps. That really helps the process along. And if on the other hand, if you found yourself on this site by accident, then please locate the nearest unsubscribe button and exit laughing, or exit singing, or exit, Where are we? This week I went to on Sunday night I went to see my old mate's group, Tony Clarkin, who died a year ago, just over a year ago now, and I went to see his group. Have been doing a tour with another guitarist who's learnt all Tony's parts, and they've been doing their stuff. Their tremendous set list. They've got tremendous stuff, songs that they've made burned a place in the hearts of people. They've got a lot of fans, and there was a whole room full of fans in this place we were in. Anyway, I don't need to talk too much about it, because I'm going to show you a video of a guy who was there, who was a pal of mine, who I met there, and his name's Ken. And on this program, this Dave Song Factory, there's a guy named Kevin. If you're watching tonight, Kevin, I haven't looked at the list to see who's there, but Kevin, if you're there, you was asking me about a group called Magic Box. Do you remember that? And you were sending me a few messages about it, and I messaged back to you what I knew about Magic Box, which was very little. But this guy I was with at this Magnum concert, he knows all about the history of Tony Clarkin, because he was a pal of Tony's, much closer to him than I was around and in that era. And he was in groups with Tony. He was in the group called the Boulevards, which another one of the groups that Tony had from Shard End. Anyway, so I kind of grabbed hold of Ken, and I want to tell you something. That the reason why there's something else, another cool thing that I've got to tell you about Ken. But let's just run this video, and so here we go. Check this out, and I'll come back to you in about 5 minutes. Here we go.
Hello everybody. I'm here at wherever it is, Wolverhampton somewhere. We've just been watching Magnum, and look, here's a man who doesn't know anything about Magic Box. Anyway, he does really. I don't really. He knows that Tony Clarkin was in.
He certainly did. He was a guitar player.
And who else was in him?
Well, a young man who actually played one Rickenbacker. But I don't remember his name. It was a long time ago, David. We are talking like 50 years ago, at least.
Well, come on, can you get them brain cells warmed up? Give them a pudding. Give them
It was a good night tonight.
Yeah, it was, yes. Just the Magnum had just finished, and we're by the bar where we've been all night, and we'd like to move away, but we'd fall over.
And I'm still waiting for him to buy me a drink.
Yeah, he is, yes. Yeah. Well, that's very ungracious of you, Ken, to mention that. Now, our fans know I'm tight as well. Anyway, listen, we've just been chatting about Magic Box and about old times, and it's all kind of got into the grey mist.
Yep. But they were a good band, and I've seen them play a few times.
Right.
In the Magic.
Okay, well that's the end of tonight's bulletin. This emergency bulletin on the group Magic Box, who did in fact exist.
They certainly did.
There we go. Sorting up. Ken, God bless you. We'll catch you later.
Okay, well that was Kenny Pickett. Hey Ken, I hope you're watching tonight. But that was us at the Magnum concert, and anyway, we didn't really shed much light on Magic Box, apart from the fact that Tony was in them, which I think we'd already established actually before. But the reason why I wanted to put that on was because there's a song that Kenny Pickett told me about years ago, and he said, I love that song, Iris, he said, and I'd forgotten all about it. So I recorded Iris because Ken had said it was a good song it was. I had to write a bit more to it because it wasn't sort of completely finished, and so we had a bit of a chat about that. Man was at this concert on Sunday night, this Magnum concert. That's where that film was made, by the way, so that's why there's such a low noise in the background. That was in the break. So here's Iris for Ken. Ken loves this song, and I hope you're going to like this version, Ken. Here it goes like this. Message for you, Iris, I have a message for you, Iris, I have a message for you. And in the language of the day, I would love you if I may. I would give you my today, my tonight. Oh, please don't say you the next and stand a loser for the rest of my life. Irish, I have a message for you. Irish, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. I said, Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. And in the language of the hour, I would friend you with a flower. I'd describe it to you how I think I should. But this confusion, it's my brain, and my attachment to the same is as helpless as the grain to the wool. Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Hold your lamp up high. There's a loner passing by, and he's calling your glow. He's got nowhere else to go. Every flower that you grow just blows blows his mind. Da, 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 da. Iris, 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 I have a message for you. I have a message for you. I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Iris, I have a message for you. Well, there we go with Iris. Became Irish in the middle, didn't it? But we soon got rid of that quickly. Yeah, Iris. I have a message for you, because that's what the flower iris means. Apparently, if you give a lady roses, that means I love you. But if you give them an iris, it means I have a message for you. I read that somewhere. I don't even know if that's true. You horticulturalists out there will be able to tell me how very, very incorrect I am with that assertion, I'm sure. But anyway, Kenny Pickett really pointed up that song for me after I'd kind of forgotten about it. Now I wrote another middle bit for it that hold your lamp up high. There's a loner passing by. He's caught in your glow. He's got nowhere else to go. Every flower that you grow just blows his mind. Iris, I have a message for you. I have a message for you. Those of you who are familiar with the version I recorded of that will notice that it sounds a bit different. It's because I've changed the key. It was in this key. Iris, I have a message for you. Da, 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 da. But now it's gone up a bit, and it's only because it's easier to play on the guitar in that other key, in the new key. So tell me what you think about that. Anyway, it's quite good fun to play. Spring reverb, somebody says. Revelation verse 14, spring reverb. I'm sure that's not in Revelation, but you never know, it might be. Clayton writes, I can ask if your channel can be linked. Yes, please do, Clayton. Why not? I mean, it probably won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I do appreciate people coming on, chat and talk about songs and about how they get to be written. That song I just did there, that was an old song that my friend Kenny, as I've just explained, kind of G'd me along with it, and I wrote that other bit to it, stuck that bit in the middle of it, and that kind of really made it into a complete song. It kind of that little counterpoint of the middle bit really suits it nicely and makes it a complete statement of, Iris, I have a message for you. Okay, I'm going to clear off. The next scheduled Doe's Song Factory will be February the 13th, Thursday, February the 13th, which is 2 weeks today. And of course, this Sunday, if you're in Birmingham, please come and join us at the Kitchen Garden Cafe with my group Morganisation. Different sort of music to what I've done tonight, but featuring a lot of my songs, some stuff that we've never done before. And as I've said, we're with Lou Clark Jr. on keyboards, just for the first time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you all there. Let me just read what you guys have put here before I sign off. Just pop that up here, right. They said they would add you. Okay, thanks Clayton, thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to clear off now because what's the time? It's 7:30, and go and get a cup of tea, put my feet up, and again I've got to go and see this group play tonight. So I'll see you guys another time. Thanks ever so for joining in. Catch you soon. Bye bye.